Welcome to the Martin Bailey Photography Podcast. It's February 28th, 2022, and this is episode 770. February has flown by so quickly that I'm left with just a few hours to put down some thoughts and share them before we welcome in the third month of the year. Unfortunately, February 2022 is going to remain in the memories of many as the month that Vladimir Putin finally completely lost his marbles and sent an already insane world into yet another downward spiral. I'm hoping with all my heart that we see an end to the current madness in the early days of March. I've spent 98% of the last month trying to finalise a new iOS app that I've been working on since the end of December. I'll share a few details today as I don't have time to say anything else that I wanted to say. I've backed myself into a corner and my time management skills go out of the window completely when I start coding. This is partly because I really enjoy it, but mostly because it's not my core competence. And having loaded a ginormous three-dimensional map of how my app is organised into my grey matter, there's either little room for anything else, or my fear of the structures shattering to the floor like a house of cards prevents me from walking away for any length of time. For the last few weeks, I've woken up pretty much every day telling myself that I must create a podcast. And even today, on the last day of the month, I've spent until 4:30 p.m. messing around, trying to complete my app. I wanted to finish it, get version 1 out of the door, and then spend a few days creating some quality content and a marketing page, etc. But it's just proving very difficult to finalise a few of those devilish details. The main problem is that I decided to write my latest app using Swift UI, which is Apple's newer programming language that is incredibly powerful, but almost nothing like the Swift programming that I taught myself a few years ago and have become pretty competent in. Because of this, a good portion of my time was taken up by learning new technology. But the result is that I've built a highly responsive, very lightweight app that looks great without any graphics other than the app icons embedded in the application. Another major advantage that I'm looking forward to exploring more is that this puts me a lot closer to an Android version than my Photographer's Friend app, which I'm still trying to port. Once I have my second app in the App Store though, I do intend to spend some time working on porting them both to Android. Although I'll start with my latest offering, not Photographer's Friend, mainly because of the porting benefits that the Swift UI architecture brings. I did, of course, spend some quality time with my Patreon community in the monthly Question Time event, and I've done some private mentoring sessions, and I lost a day to an almost 39 degrees fever after getting my COVID vaccination booster last week. But I was happy that it was only one day. I lost 2 days to both of my first 2 jabs. As the month progressed, almost every day I felt as though I could push the new app out and see how it flies, but it's still not quite ready. And now I'm trying really hard to complete a way to save and restore theme settings. But once it's completed, I'm going to release the app and add the other few new features that I have in mind after that. The themes seemed like a good idea, and I got it really close to getting it all working in just a few hours, but that was 4 days ago now. So I'm regretting not leaving that until the first update as well. Anyway, I don't want to give too much away, but It's such a simple idea that you'll get most of it anyway. I've basically created something that I've wanted for a long time now, but never really been able to find a good answer to my personal wish list of features for an iOS-based desk clock. I have a charging stand on my desk that I can sit my iPhone on at about 70-degree angle in either portrait or landscape mode, and I have a similar stand beside my bed. I did buy a desk clock a few years ago, but it always seems to get in the way, and I just push it back way under my iMac screen, almost out of sight. But my iPhone sits on its stand in a prominent position, so it would be perfect to display a nice-looking clock. Here are a few photos of what I've created to give you an idea. My biggest wish was for the application to have the ability to load images that would cycle through in the background. So I've designed my app with the ability to do just that. The user can load images from Apple Photos. I realize though that although photographers have lots of great photos hanging around, some people are going to want good photos but need an easy way to load them. So I have also added the ability to buy additional packs of my images, all theme-based, like winter landscapes, flowers, and African wildlife, for example. And there will be 8 packs available at the time of launch, but I've designed the app so that I can add new packs by modifying a web page and changing the settings on Apple's developer's website without updating the app itself. So I will add a number of new packs in the weeks after the launch as well. The clock face is so customizable that I decided to build an automated demonstration of all of the settings. This was another feature that took just a few hours to get completed, but that was actually what led me to start work on the theme presets, which has added an extra 4 days at this point. You can change the color of the clock face and the opacity from 0 to 100%, and you can also change the color of the frame as well as the frame's thickness from no frame at all to a very thick frame. And as you can see, you can select Arabic or Roman numerals and show all 12 numbers or just the 12, 3, 6 and 9 o'clock numbers, or no numbers at all. You can also remove the second markers for a very minimalist clock. You can, of course, change the size and position of the clock as well. There are a bunch of other features, but I'm going to save those for the launch when I'll create a walkthrough video as well. Hopefully it won't be many more days or weeks now, but I've been saying that since the end of January, so don't hold your breath. Anyway, I'm out of time. It's, let's see, now 6:30 on the last day of the month, so I had to get this recorded and we'll push it out in a moment. We'll get back to some regular episodes very soon. Thanks very much for listening today. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn, and links to everything that I'm up to are at martinbaileyphotography.com, so do drop by and take a look. I'll be back next week, but in the meantime, you take care. And with the world being what it is at the moment, I doubt that many of us are going to be able to have a really good time, so I won't say my usual part about that. Bye bye.